In the only building this franchise has ever known. We're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. It's been a great day of football to begin the season, and now it's time for our main event. We're off on Sunday night. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Right to the air with May. Buys time, rolling right. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time in secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to the air, it's May. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. Operating from the gun, here's May. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Texans force the turnover on the first series of this game. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate.
Yep.
In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
All right.
First play, Stroud's gonna pass. He's on the move. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Second down now, 7 to go. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. That's going to be a gain of 6, and they need only inches now here on third down.
On the quick, right? 11. Hey, uno.
Shotgun now, first round. He's got him, that's Mixon. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed third down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. The tackle there by Danielle Hunter. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Throwing is May. Fell on the catch. And he pushes this up to midfield before going out. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
May on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. And he'll get this through midfield and starts pushing into Texans territory.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
They've got a man in motion. On play action, here's May. And he makes the, wait, no, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. May now from the gun. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
They'll begin with a run by Mixon. This is ahead for about 5. Tackled by Keon White there. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
Here we go. Set.
From the gun, Stroud. Schultz with the catch. And they make the tackle at the 38. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Right.
Stroud off the play fake. Into the hands of Schultz. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Escapes out to the left. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a 1st. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And now they have a 1st and goal.
All right.
They're going to run here. It's Mixon. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. They're 3 yards closer to the end zone. Here comes 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. They give it to him up the middle. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. It's only 1 yard on the run, partner, and that's going to leave him with a tough 4th and goal. Everly's kick is good. And another field goal makes it 6-0 for him.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
From the gun, it's May. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
May now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up to the 44. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a New England 1st down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
That's taken in by Bell. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Patriots trailing in the early going. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 29. Hits his running back. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Stevenson gets it on 3rd down. He's within striking distance. And he's finally taken down at the 3. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. They're running again. And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots tie it just before halftime. Joey Sly on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Patriots take the lead on that successful kick. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here.
All right.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Forced out to his right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
All right. Buggy.
Back to throw, Stroud. Fits it through the middle. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans take the lead right away in half number 2. Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans push their lead to 6. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. May. He's got Khalil Shakir. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
To the air on 1st down, May. Brought in right side. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So they're left facing 3rd and long. To the air yet again, May. He's on the move. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Patriots will have a 1st down. Blown back in. He takes a pop and the ball comes out. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he got there to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
South.
Slot man motioned over.
Robin.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. And plenty of hang time on this one. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Pats will take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. This one's quickly to Shakir. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB-receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
Shakir with the grab. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. And the Texans are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Oh, boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Already.
Tight end going in motion here. Shotgun now, first round. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
On the quick, right?
Handoff now out of the gun. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's the Texans in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over one final quarter. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking it in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
They'll run here on first down. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Why, Tony?
Now it's Stroud. On the move, headed right. That's low and bounces short of his man. This one intended for the running back. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And a nice game here, but it's stopped short of the first. He gets him 8, and that's going to set up 4th down and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Everly's kick is good, and that'll make it a 2-score game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. Complete over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
May not have throw on third. Left side into the hands of Shakir. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. First down throw for May. Complete to Shakir. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. They'll come up 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. Caught near the pylon. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown. He's out of bounds. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
They'll try and punch it in. Hits the end zone for the New England touchdown. The Patriots have cut it to a 3-point game here in the 4th. Extra point is up and good from Sly. And the Patriots cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 9.
They'll run it from the gun. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
2J. Oh, ready? 9.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Look the hot. Ow, what's that? 19 Texans. Hey.
From the gun, Stroud. Put the body on the line for his team. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
Here we go.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Offense going for it here. 4th and 5.
Here we go. Let's go. Hey, uno more. 11. Hey, uno.
Looking to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Now the Patriots calling their third and final timeout. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Hey, south. Hey.
First and 10, or on to Mixon. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They take a knee, and their season has begun exactly how they wanted it to, with a win.
All right.
Out for one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. So it's a win for the Texans. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans, as we'll see you next time from Houston.